Dr. Karen Sutherland, can you tell us a little bit about these US claims against Russia and what role AI content is playing in Russia's alleged efforts to influence the presidential vote? Take us through what this one's about.
It's found that actually Russia has been creating the most AI-generated content specifically to try and sway voters in the upcoming US election. And so there are other countries doing it too, but yeah, by far, Russia is the main culprit.
So how is AI content impacting the 2024 US presidential election? If people are aware of these deep fakes and whatnot, people are getting better, I think.
It's more than just a deep fake. So what it seems that Russia is doing, allegedly, is that they're not just using it to create the content, they're actually running really deep analysis, because if you think about it, social media generates a lot of data, and it seems like they're actually scraping those platforms to really understand the sentiments and the dynamics playing out in the election, and they're using that information to find out what is the most sensitive topics and polarizing topics with the American population, and then creating content to then try and divide. So it's not just in the creation, it's also in the analysis of data and then using that to inform the creation of AI-generated content.
Yeah, they're going for the most minimum effort but the biggest impact that they can have. What methods might Russia have used to influence voters through AI-generated content? We did see a fake news broadcast from a supposed San Francisco-based news studio. Anything else that we'd like to touch on?
Oh, they're using topics around Kamala Harris, gun ownership, and those sorts of really big topics that are really opposites in terms of people's views. So they're using it in every way possible in terms of content and how to actually target that.
And bringing it a little bit closer to home, how are major Australian parties planning to use AI at the next election, which is of course coming around as well?
You and I have talked about TikTok before, and it seems to be that TikTok is slowly starting to become a platform of choice for our politicians. At the moment, about a third of them, of Australian politicians, are on, but with the Greens having the greatest number of followers, and next is the Labor Party and then the Liberals. However, the Liberals are always a bit slow in just jumping on these trends. I'm not sure if you remember, I think it was 2016 or something like that, maybe a bit earlier, where they actually attempted a Snapchat filter that was really bad. So yeah, it's going to take a while, I think, for political parties to do it well, but there have been some wins recently. So There was a video by Fatima Payman where she used Gen Z vernacular to really talk to new voters and future voters in their own language. And it's had about, I think, more than 8 million views now.
Yeah, if you can strike the right chord, you can obviously welcome quite a big audience, and I'm sure for political parties that's going to be a massive part of this. I'd like to thank you for bringing your Riz to the program today, and skibbity whatnot, I can't keep up with anything of these Gen Z phrases and whatnot, but Karen, thank you so much for your time.
No cap, thanks.